Episode 39, Todd. How's it going, my friend?
It's going all right, man. Battling a little cold, but getting through it.
You know what? I'm going to pump the brakes on that. You know, I think you've been right the last couple episodes. I have not done you justice.
No, Jerry even got a maybe Jerry on this one. As a host. Says host Britt, Todd, and maybe Jerry.
I know.
I've been at a show, and I didn't even get Todd on there.
All right, well, fellas, from Dallas, Texas, moving all the way across 5 different state lines, standing in at 6'2", 230 pounds. That's 104 kilograms for you guys across the pond. A descendant from Israel. A Jewish man. Although his last name is Helfer, 2 letters removed from Hitler, we all know him and love him as Todd Helfer.
I like that. We should do that
every show. I'm going to open the show. Yeah,
every show.
I need to give you more love, man.
That was probably the best entrance I've ever gotten.
You know, it's
not gonna lie.
I don't know if I can top that.
That was good.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Well, Jerry's dead.
I don't think he's dead, Britt.
Oh, he's not dead?
No, I just think he couldn't make the show.
Oh,
yeah, I don't think he died.
His phone died. That's what I meant. His phone died. That's
gotcha. Gotcha.
He
actually just texted us back saying no, he couldn't make the show.
Well, Jerry was in.
He big time us is what he did.
He did.
He big timed us.
He thought he could just go out to Vegas and never see us again.
He's still recovering.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so. He went to work today.
That's impressive.
It is impressive.
That's impressive.
So, Todd, anything else going on with you, my man?
Yeah, no, not a whole lot, man. Just watching a lot of NBA basketball, getting ready for the NBA All-Star Weekend up in Toronto, north of the border. It's
amazing how it all flows together. Like right as the Super Bowl ends, like NBA is the following weekend, and
you fall right into basketball with March Madness March Madness is right around the corner. And then NBA basketball really takes center stage.
Do you think they're trying to build on the momentum of like sports washers, like having it immediately the weekend after the Super Bowl, or
has it always been like that?
I feel like it has, but it doesn't feel like that.
It never resonated with me where it was always like Super Bowl
All-Star game.
It's never.
I mean,
I'm not saying it's not. It hasn't been. Mm-hmm. It's just never been watching the Super Bowl and been like, oh man, I can't wait till the All-Star game next weekend.
Yeah,
but maybe.
I don't know.
I do like the All-Star game though.
This weekend is actually like
they've ruined the dunk contest.
We'll
talk about
we'll get into that. We're going to get into the recent firings. I guess something going on with me, Todd, and for the YouTube viewers, as you can see, is got the haircut.
Dude,
finally got the haircut going.
I can tell you the YouTube viewers appreciate it.
Yeah.
And so does your girlfriend.
Yeah, she was really sad at the fact, which was surprising.
She was just making you feel better.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. I mean, I just looked at myself and like I finally.
You look way better.
But it was really hard to understand what all you guys were saying.
But and it was the light.
Yes, it was a collective like. I don't know. All you guys were pretty mean to me, and I had a pretty good shield built up. Yeah. And then I actually like one day just broke down in the mirror and just like, Britt, you look ridiculous. And
that's what happens.
That was it.
Generally, it's what happens with beards and long hair.
Yeah. You got your shave off.
Yeah,
you trim down.
It's been gone for a while.
Yeah.
This is like it was like a day or two right here, just out of pure laziness.
I gotcha. Well, let's get right. Dude,
I do have some news. So I'm going to a wedding this weekend over in Tampa.
All right.
My wife's cousin is getting married, and Hulk Hogan's going to be at the wedding.
Wow,
that's pretty cool, brother.
How do you know he's going?
So
is he in the wedding?
No, he's not in it. But Sarah's cousin's or Sarah's uncle, which this is like best friends with him.
Wow.
There's like a group of like 4 guys that all hang out all the time.
Yeah, he is from Tampa.
He's from Tarpon Springs area, Clearwater, right outside like the bay side.
Are you going to get intimidated?
No, I'm going to be all liquored up. So
are you going to get a picture with him?
I'm going to do my best.
Yeah,
I'm going to be like,
you're not a picture guy.
I'm not a picture guy.
No,
but I mean,
it's Hulk Hogan.
I was thinking about wearing a wig. Wearing the Hulk's wig?
Yeah. That'd be pretty. It'd be even ballsier to go with the onesie. You know, just break that out
all
underneath
fat and shit. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, and then
how
just-
annoying does that got to be? Like, say there's 100 people at this wedding. Are all 100 people going to ask for his picture? Probably, right?
I mean,
I mean,
we're
'cause
not,
I'm not like a picture guy at
Yeah.
all. Like, I never go up to people and be like, "Yo, let me get your picture taken with you." But like the Hulk Hogan, like I kind of want my picture taken with him.
I'd almost want him to ask him to lift me over his head. You know, like
You don't have that strength no more, dude. What you got? 240 over there?
yeah.
Nah.
He ain't got it like that. That's a good point, man. Because it's a wedding. There's going to be a lot of pictures going on.
Yeah.
More pictures with the bride and groom or with Hulk.
Talk about stealing the thunder a little bit from the bride.
I wouldn't want him there.
Having Hulk
As a guy,
Yeah.
I want him and everybody.
I wonder if he's gonna be dressed normal or like dressed like a cartoon character.
He's got to dress normal, but he's going to look funny normal. He's
Is he
going to
gonna,
look like a
is he gonna wear like a red suit with a yellow tie or something? That'd be sweet.
It would be real sweet.
Just always in costume.
How many? I think the guy's single. Or do you think he's going to show up with a date?
I don't know. I mean, if I was him,
All right, if he has a date above an 8, I mean, granted he's going to have like a 50-year-old or better, but is she going to be above an 8?
I think he's probably dipping in like the 38-year-old range.
All right,
Yeah, 38-year-old range, and she's probably like a solid. She's got a little skankiness to her for
she
sure.
has to. She's a
skankiness.
little bit of a wrestling fan.
Yeah,
she likes it rough.
Yeah, she definitely likes it rough. She definitely takes smoke breaks.
Yes,
But she's probably pretty hot.
Yeah,
She's probably pretty hot.
a haggard voice.
Yeah, she might have a barbed wire tattoo on her bicep.
I mean, that's a must.
Yeah, it
I
might.
can't. Yeah, it's almost a given.
I'll bring back a detailed report next week.
Well, you damn well better, man. So that's this Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
I want some pictures, Todd.
I'll
I
bring
want some
back
pictures.
some.
All right, so your wife is going to be how mad at you if you have more pictures with you and Hulk? What if you come back with more pictures of just you and Hulk than like you and her this weekend?
I think she'd be okay with it.
She'd be okay with it?
She'd be okay. I mean,
She'll let that slide?
we have our fair share of pictures together.
You don't seem like a wrestling fan either.
No. I probably can name 5 total.
Wow.
Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insulting.
I've never watched it when I was a kid. Don't watch it now.
I hope your kids enjoy it.
No, they won't. They won't.
Well, we'll see. All right. Pretty adamant about his son not liking wrestling. His son to be. Let's talk about people who don't like their job. And the latest one was Derek Fisher.
Well, I don't know if he didn't like it.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have phrased it that way.
Phil Jackson didn't like the job he was doing.
Yes, I went the wrong way with that.
It's about freaking time. Like, dude, they got some talent there, and they should have more than 19 wins. What do they have? Let's see, 23 and 32. They should be at least as good as the Charlotte freaking Hornets.
You know what?
Right?
Everything I've heard today, nobody even touched on the record. They were all touching on but you're right. There is no reason that these guys are sitting.
There's no reason why
5
they're
games
not
out
in
of
the
the
playoff
playoffs.
hunt.
Yeah,
There's
they
no
should be
reason.
right there. Going into All-Star break, it's New York, it's Porzingis, it's Melo healthy.
You just struck gold in the draft.
Yeah.
Gold. Like platinum gold.
Yeah, and as the season stretches along, Todd, the East is who we thought they were.
Yeah, yeah, we got a little carried away there.
Yeah, we did get carried away.
East better than the West. But
when I was putting together the list today, Todd, are you surprised that 5 coaches already fired? I mean, that's a lot.
yeah, pre All-Star break.
Yeah.
That is a pretty hefty share.
And there should be more to come. Almost.
Yeah, I mean, surprised? No, because any of the names that got fired, I wasn't like,
Kevin McHale. It's Kevin McHale, Lionel Hollins, David Blatt.
Kevin McHale was the first one to go.
Yeah.
He surprised me probably the most.
Yeah, because it was less than a week into the season.
Right.
So these all feel personal.
Yeah. I will tell you, like, the only time you ever really see a coach, in my opinion, or the most important time you see a coach is playoff in a series and adjustments game to game. And I know the Rockets beat the Mavericks last year in the first round, but he was outcoached. Mavericks were just outmanned, period.
And you had you lost your point guard right at the beginning of the series.
Well,
remember Rondo
freaking.
what happened there?
Rondo basically made the Mavericks lose.
Yeah.
Like he benched him.
Yeah, he benched him.
And Chandler Parsons wasn't playing. So we were way outmanned.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is he got outcoached in that series.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he outcoached Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
Or he got Josh Smith is what he got.
Yeah.
You know, really.
It's funny that Josh Smith got traded back to the Rockets.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, never mind.
Yeah. Well, out of those 5 guys, I think there's more to come because it's like, and everybody's like talking about, as we look at the list of the possible playoff fringe teams, I don't know, Jason Kidd, he might have wore out his welcome.
Yeah, it doesn't look
the Bucks are looking to make a big news, and you can't. They signed Greg Monroe in the offseason, and they're sitting at the bottom now.
Has Phoenix replaced Hornacek yet? Or are they just as high?
With a guy off the who is it right here? It's Earl Watson, which he was the assistant coach. But I heard Kurt Rambis, who is now the coach of the Knicks, like he wasn't there at the beginning of the season. I think Phil brought him in, told him this is going to happen, and then shoveled him in there.
Yeah. George Karl is, that thing's a circus out there.
Yeah.
Is he here? Is he gone? Is he fired? Is he staying? Is reeks of terrible management.
Oh, yeah, man.
But then again, could you imagine having to control Rajon Rondo and DeMarcus Cousins?
And Rudy Gay. Not that he's a bad egg or anything, but
that's a pretty good 3.
That is
on
a
the
solid
court.
3.
On the court.
So you have 3 on the court
Right.
that you have
they should be better than 21 and 31.
Yeah, that their management's saying you need to win with these 3, and then 2 of them are probably the worst teammates.
Rajon Rondo's the worst teammate on the planet.
I didn't I've been hearing lately the bash on Rajon game going around the NBA circles, and they all point to his defense and where it's just non-existent.
Right.
The Kings have one of the worst defense because they've gotten into the stats so big so they can individualize defensive stats, and they said Rondo is one of the worst.
Which is crazy because that's where he excelled early in his career with the Celtics when they were winning championships.
We had the anchor.
Right.
Kevin Garnett is just God, who Anthony Davis, he makes all those players a little bit better, and Dwight Howard back in his prime.
And he had Perkins.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was I'm glad to see the demise of Rajon Rondo.
Yeah. There's no problem.
Even though he's having he's putting up he's averaging a double.
He's putting up numbers.
But yeah, I can't blame George Karl too much out there having to deal with those 2 guys.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, I wanted to kind of touch. We try to let you guys know who the players of the months are. So let me get that drop in for you. DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry split the East, and then Kevin Durant did it for the West. And when we talked last month about the December winner, Todd, it was actually Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook won it. So Kevin Durant's won Player of the Month 2 months in a row.
Does that surprise you?
It doesn't surprise me, but I've honestly not watched any OKC this year, except for a big ESPN game.
Yeah.
So I've yet to really.
Did you watch that Golden State game?
No.
The Golden State OKC game the other night on ESPN?
I missed that one, but I guess from what I heard is Durant is back.
Oh yeah,
and he's the second best player in the game. Period. There's no he holds that. Everybody says that watches a lot of NBA. He's the guy. There is no other second. Move out of the way, Kawhi Leonard. Durant's back. Clearly,
second. There's a guy in Cleveland that's pretty freaking good. There's a guy in Golden State that's pretty freaking good.
I don't know. I feel like
who do you got at 1?
It's Steph.
See, I still got Bron at 1.
At 1?
Yeah, I got Bron at 1 and Steph at 2 and KD at 3. And then I don't know how Kawhi Leonard got into this conversation.
Kawhi Leonard
got into this conversation other than Charles Barkley making a ridiculous statement.
I didn't hear that statement. I know. I've just watched a few Spurs games.
He's good. Don't get me wrong. Top 10 for sure.
The guy shuts down anybody he's on.
I agree. He's one of the best. There's not too many guys I would take over him for sure. But I ain't taking him over KD, LeBron, or Curry.
Yeah. Yeah, no way in hell. It's the team that makes him. Like Kevin Durant would be good on any team. Kawhi Leonard.
You put
Leonard on the Sixers. They're still the Sixers.
Yeah, they're a fringe playoff team.
Yeah.
At best.
Yeah, you might give them 5 wins.
You put Durant on the Sixers, they're making the playoffs.
Yeah, they're at 30 wins.
Yeah.
Well, Todd, before we go to break, let's get into our first half of the season, loves and hates. So, something I love about the first half of the season, I'll go ahead and start it off, is I love how we all thought Anthony Davis would be the best player in the world, and how surprisingly it's kind of a love-hate thing.
Yeah.
He's not.
No.
He's not, and it's like
he was last year though, man.
he really
God, he was good.
He's
still good. He's
still really good, and he could still make All NBA first team. But like this anointment of him being the best player in the NBA,
like that conversation that we just had about the best player in the world. He was in it last year.
He was in it. He was in it before we started the season.
Right.
We were all saying this, and now so that's what I love about this is like nothing's a given, and the NBA is probably the most predictable sport out of any of them. I mean, we just saw it with Limp Dick Manning. I
think I could have QB'd that team.
Yeah. So what's something about you that you loved or hated this first half of the season?
I gotta say, I love the rookies. I think this is the most impactful rookie class that we've had since the LeBron class. I think you have certified a few superstars in this draft. I think Porzingis is an absolute all-pro waiting to happen here in a couple years. Towns already putting crazy numbers up. He'll be an all-pro, one of the best centers in the league here comes soon. So to have those two that stand out a little bit above the rest, and then a few others that are playing really good basketball. I don't think we've had a rookie class quite as impactful as this year as we've really had in about 10 years.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. I mean, guys like Justice Winslow there in Miami are highly sought after, raw talents and stuff like that. Another thing I really liked about the beginning half of this season, Todd, was Kobe Bryant announcing his retirement.
Yeah,
I'm
glad he did it the way he did it.
I am too. I kind of like the. Otherwise, like we'd just be dogging on the Lakers night in, night out.
Right.
And now, like he's announced, this is it, guys, and he's coming into his own right now, and he's actually playing some decent. Had a 38 up, I think, since the last show.
Did he
against the?
How did I miss that? That's crazy.
It's within the last 2 weeks, then.
Okay.
But he had a 38 spot.
Yeah.
So He's gonna aim for 50 before the season's over.
One thing I'm super disappointed about is I've always said that I never got to see Jordan play live, and I've always for the past 6 years I'm going down to Orlando to see Kobe play when he comes. Right, just for one thing or another, it never worked out. I always looked at the schedule. It was either on a Tuesday or it just never worked out, and so I'm never gonna get to see him play live.
I saw Jordan play as 11 rows off the court.
Wow.
As like
Pops take you that?
No, I was in sixth grade, and my best friend at the time.
Don't tell me it was Wizards Jordan.
No. It was Hawks Bulls, and it was a playoff series. And my best friend, his dad had season tickets.
That's amazing.
So it was like
you saw Jordan 11 rows up in a playoff game.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like the most amazing thing, I think.
So if you were in 6th grade, that was like when Jordan was Jordan.
Yeah. I want to say I was younger than that. I had to be younger than that. I'm just trying to think.
But Jordan was Jordan.
Jordan was.
It wasn't like 83
he destroyed
or 84.
The Hawks. He destroyed. Yeah. They swept the Hawks that series.
Yeah.
And half this, and it was at the Georgia Dome, so it wasn't even an arena like that. Like there's probably 40,000 people in there to see it. Wow. So they were able to fill it that much. So that was amazing.
All Bulls fans.
Yeah. Atlanta's been known for bandwagons since back in the day.
Yeah.
Anything else about this first half of the season that you loved or hate?
I mean, you got to put the Warriors in there. What they're doing is ridiculous.
The streak to start the season.
Yeah, the streak was
basically
amazing.
Set the tone for the season.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, the streak was amazing, and on top of that, I mean, we've played over 50 games and they have 4 losses. I mean, that's insane. They haven't lost a game at home. I mean, they're ridiculously freaking good.
And they're destroying fools.
Yeah.
Destroying.
Like, they're destroying the good teams.
Yeah.
Like, bad teams don't even play the fourth quarter.
No. Mm-mm. Destroyed the Cavs. Destroyed the Spurs.
Destroyed the Thunder.
Yeah.
With a healthy Durant. It's impressive, man.
Do we crown them? It's going to be hard not to crown them.
Go ahead and crown their asses.
Yeah. All right. I did love that about the beginning of the season. I'm trying to think of anything else that I really loved. Porzingis.
Yeah.
Like you said, you touched on the rookies a lot.
Yeah, I kind of lumped him in there.
And I kind of like that the Spurs are the second best team.
Yeah.
I would not have liked a sputtering Spurs. I want to see the old guard at least, try to hold the fort down.
I wouldn't mind seeing them with 0 losses or 0 wins. Hate the Spurs.
Well, I guess we can agree to disagree on that one. Well, I think we're going to go to break here soon. But for those of you going to rcrradio.com and using the Amazon banner, guys, that is especially helpful to us. That's what's going to keep this show running better. Pay to get Jerry in here to talk on the mic every once in a while. I mean, we are.
It's expensive.
He is expensive.
High price talent, boys.
Yeah. I mean, Todd's got to buy some medicine. He's getting sick.
I can't.
I mean, you guys think this haircut was free? I mean, this had to put that on credit, Todd. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay this one off. There's a lot of work for that barber. But anyways, how you can help us out is go to rcrradio.com, click at the top of the page at the Amazon banner, and that is going directly to our pockets to help us put out the content, put out the shows you love. Guys, follow us on Twitter at Morning Hardwood. I know that Todd has been on there just pumping the tweets,
pumping the content,
daily, guys. So
daily, hourly.
When we started this, Todd, we had 0 followers. We are over 400. We are over. It's
because
400.
all the tweets I pump out.
Yes. So if you want to know what Todd thinks about the NBA, you want to know what Jerry's excuses are for loving the NBA, and if you just want to know when the new shows are about to come, follow us on Twitter. So, guys, we're going to be right back, and me and Todd are going to give our All-Star. We're going to play our All-Star game like we did last year. Fuck Jerry. We're going to do it our own way. So we're going to go with that, and Todd, when Jerry does come back, he's just going to have to listen to the two of us break down our results. When's the last time you saw the Globetrotters?
It's been a minute, dude. It's been a minute since I was a kid. I was the little brother, so I didn't have any younger siblings. So, when I was like 11, maybe 10, 11, it was back when I was in Dallas for sure.
Wow.
When was the last time you were?
I took my nieces to it, and it was just as bad as you would think it would be.
Yeah.
Like we
here?
Here at the Veterans.
Recently?
Yeah, and it just like I was honestly really disappointed. Like, I mean, because like when you think of the Globetrotters, you think of like I guess I was kind of thinking of like and 1 stuff,
right?
And I got like and 57 stuff. Like
it's like more circus stuff, right?
I was hoping for that. It was more like, I don't know, if me and you went and played ball against some midgets, like we would naturally dominate, but it really wouldn't be that exciting. So it was like,
it's just normal basketball,
it was
domination.
Normal, yeah, and the dunks were like,
yeah.
I mean, I could pull them off on an 8-foot goal. Like
don't lie.
7. Anyways, it wasn't as exciting as I wanted. It kind of dimmed the mood, or it ruined it for me.
Yeah, well, apparently I haven't been missing much.
Yeah, but your kid's gonna love wrestling.
Is that right, brother?
Yeah. Well, we're back in here. We're gonna talk about the All-Star contestants for each of the 3 contests. Todd, they eliminated the
my favorite.
I know.
My favorite.
We can't even think of what it was called.
It's like the city challenge or something like that.
Yeah, let's make the WNBA.
The one that Chris Bosh won every year.
Yeah.
He owned that tournament.
Yeah, I think when the WNBA folded, so did that competition.
Yeah.
And it hasn't folded, guys, but it should.
You see what the WNBA did though with their playoffs? So it's top 16 teams make it, regardless of East or West.
All right.
Or whatever it is. I don't know if they have 32 teams, but you know what I mean? Like, if they have an 18 playoff, the top, there's no East and West. It's just seating.
I feel like the two divisions should be like muff diving and strap on,
But they don't matter. See, if you're in muff diving,
Yeah.
and you have a better record than the team in the strap on division, you just still go ahead of them.
Yeah.
Do
Do you like it for the NBA?
I think I do. I think I do.
So you would see
like
the Wizards would have to play probably. Unfortunately, it'd probably be the East State.
yeah. So like
It'd be one of the East teams.
like the Trailblazers would probably get in. Versus over, I don't know how you do it, but whatever.
Yeah, either way, it would make it so I think the top four teams, it would take a while for them to see each other. So you would see more of the better teams play longer.
Exactly.
Which is something, I bet you they're trying it in the WNBA first.
Of course.
And then weeding its way over. But they got rid of that skills challenge, or that whatever it was. But we're going to talk about the three contests that they still do have. And we're going to start with one of my favorites, and that's the Foot Locker 3-point contest.
I think it's the best.
It's
challenge.
my favorite.
I mean, the dunk contest obviously used to be.
Yeah.
So they just destroyed it.
Yeah.
And I like the 3-point contest. It's pretty entertaining.
But what don't you like about the 3-point contest? Because let's read through the list of players there, Todd, and I'm going to tell you why you're not going to like this 3-point contest.
Well, we got another rookie, Devin Booker. Mm-hmm. Chris Bosh, not sure why he's there.
That's what I'm saying.
Stephen Curry, obviously. James Harden, Kyle Lowry, Chris Middleton, JJ Redick, and Klay Thompson. I think it's a pretty good list.
It's a good. Chris Bosh?
No, it
doesn't belong.
No, watch him win.
Yeah, and I'm thinking who we're missing.
I mean, Chris Bosh just shot 36% from 3-point line, 78 for 213.
These have got to be career numbers.
No.
Dude, Steph doesn't make that in a I don't know. Steph broke the 300 mark last year. Here's what our sheets say is Stephen Curry has 232 made threes already.
That's a lot.
This can't be right.
So there's been like 50 games. That would be like over
4 a game.
Yeah.
Wow. He was the first player to break the 300 mark, I believe. And he's going to smoke that.
Is it over 4 a game? Unrealistic?
No. These numbers. We're gonna have to double check these, Todd, after the show. But anyways, it says he's got 232 made threes.
Like, dude, there's games that he's made like 8.
He doesn't hold the record. Is that surprising?
No,
it's 12 in a game.
Yeah, those things are always weird. Just like some guy got super hot. Who do you like in this? Who do you like in this tournament?
Well, let's hold off on that because we're gonna pick them all,
all right.
as we go through. Like
we just named
last year.
We just named them.
We just named them. We're just kind of going through the list, kind of feeling them out, get the players in our head. I think the only discrepancy I have, I don't want Chris Bosh in there.
Yep. All right.
I mean, he's shooting.
I don't want Predator in there.
Devin Booker, what is he doing in there?
Yeah. That's a weird one.
Yeah, 51 made threes. Let's move on to the next. We'll save the slam dunk one. The next one is the
We're not doing the picks?
We'll talk about each 3 events, and then we'll go through our picks.
All
right, so the next one is the 2016 Taco Bell Skills Challenge.
I like how you're getting the sponsors in there, too. That's pretty good.
There's a reason for it.
Okay.
So the Skills Challenge, Todd, I think they added a new twist. They had to run back down the court and hit a 3-point and had to go get their own basket.
And eat a chalupa?
Yes. That's why it's Taco Bell, guys. But it added a little bit something to the contest, which made it actually watchable as opposed to like the glorified dog contest, which is what it looked like.
It's still terrible.
Well, let's go through the list. Who do we got, Todd?
Patrick Beverley from Houston, Jordan Clarkson from L.A., DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis.
Oh, yeah. They got some big names on this list.
Why is he in this? Jermaine Green, C.J. McCollum, Isaiah Thomas, and Karl Anthony Towns. Why are there so many centers in this league?
I think it's because it'll make it look funny. It is odd that you got 3 really big men.
It's been a point guard challenge. I mean, look at the past winners. You got Patrick Beverley, Trey Burke, Damian Lillard, Tony Parker, Steph Curry, Steve Nash, Derrick Rose, Darren Williams, Dwayne Wade, Steve Nash, Baron Davis. I mean, every one of those is point guard.
Yeah, it's going to be...
Like, why is Karl Anthony... I mean, this must be a different challenge.
They must have added some kind of flavor because there's no way...
Karl Anthony Towns is a true center.
Yeah.
And
Draymond's got some handling skills. DeMarcus has a little bit. Anthony Davis has a little bit of a handle. But these guys aren't.
It makes it interesting. I kind of want to see what it is because it's got to have a different flair to it.
Well, this is this Saturday night. All right. So let's go on to what used to be our favorite contest and is now the Verizon Slam Dunk Contest.
You know, I hate Verizon. I went in there on Saturday, dude, and they wouldn't even sell me a freaking phone. Like,
wouldn't sell you a phone.
No, they're like, it's full retail. You have no upgrades available. I'm like, it's $700. I'm like, dude, like I can't even take pictures with my phone because my phone is so like bogged down.
What are we gonna do with the Hulk photos, man? How are we gonna get the Hulk? I guess you can use your wife's phone.
Yeah, she's got a new phone.
All right, yeah,
she's
of course.
Yeah, so I like emptied all my phone into iCloud, so I have to wait till May to get a new phone. I'm like, what kind of service is that?
The struggle is real, ladies and gentlemen.
White people problems.
Yeah, the struggle is real, guys.
I gotta hang on to this damn iPhone 5 for another 3 months. It's freaking ridiculous.
All right, Todd. Well, the reason I wanted to say all three of the sponsors because it looks like a trend. Like the NBA is gonna sell out faster than any of the three sports. I feel like
I got no problem with that.
You got no problem with that?
No
like,
problem with it.
I feel like you can't do
Make
this.
That
you can't
paper.
You can't give out sponsors like this.
Make
like
that paper. I got no problem with it.
Well, let's go over the participants because this looks like this is slating up to be one of the worst slam dunk contests of all time.
Who the fuck are these guys? I mean, seriously? I was really looking.
I like Will Barton, and you know, like
we got Will freaking Barton,
Yeah.
Andrew Drummond, who's just 7 foot. He's not fun to watch. Aaron Gordon, which is whatever,
yeah.
and Zach LaVine, which will win again because he's a freaking dunk phenom. But I wanted to see Zach LaVine versus Wiggins. Where's Wiggins? Why is Wiggins not in this thing?
Why is Andre Drummond in this thing?
Why is Will Burton in this thing?
Todd, they're ruining the dunk contest.
They've ruined it. It's not ruining. They've ruined it.
God.
Dude, why? I mean, the fact that LeBron James never did it. Are you freaking kidding me, dude?
No. We kid you not.
I mean, why is Russell Westbrook not in this thing?
I never really thought about that, man.
Why
he could definitely do the
Why is KD not in this thing? Why are like the big name like what? The NBA needs to write it in their freaking contracts that they have to. I mean, dude, Dominique Wilkins and freaking MJ used to freaking go at it. MJ did it like 6 times.
All right, when did this thing go bad? I mean, let's look at the list, man. Like
it went bad.
It went bad right after Vince Carter's 2000 year. Like look after the year 2000. Then we went Desmond Mason. Then Jason Richardson went back to back.
Yeah, Desmond Mason.
It was really Vince Carter.
Vince Carter ended.
Did he really shut it down?
Yeah,
He shut down the dunk contest. I mean, look at the winners since then.
He really did.
Nate Robinson, guys, is a 3-time winner.
Wow.
Vince
Carter did he ended the dunk contest.
I mean, like
forever.
He did. I mean, there's nobody past 2000.
You went Dominique Spudwebb, Jordan, Kenny Walker, Wilkins again. So, dude, Wilkins did it in 85, and again, he won it in 90. So, like, the Stars used to do this thing for, like, 5 or 6, 7 years, dude. Then he went Cedric Sabonis, Harold Miner, Ryder, Miner, Brent Barry, Kobe Bryant, Vince Carter. Like, those are all, like, legit. Like, I remember...
Whoa. There's a gap there. So they didn't even have this thing for 2 years. It went from 97 to 2000. So I guess the point being is that
there was a strike.
Yeah, you're right.
There was a strike, so there should have been one.
There should have been one of those, but
yeah.
But the point is, like, there's nobody post 2000 that was.
Do you know who Fred Jones is? That name ring a bell.
He looks like he's got a mustache.
Okay,
like, so I do know what Fred Jones looks like.
He's probably black.
Yes, he is black.
Yeah.
And
that's about all I got. Contest in 2004.
and Nate Robinson, guys, who I am the same height as, has got 3 under his belt.
Yeah.
And Zach LaVine's probably about to get 2. So
yeah, they need to keep.
Our dunk contest is ruined. Is the point?
It's over.
Yeah,
it's over. So 3 people won it in 2014.
They did a East versus West.
Oh wow!
And that was the last time they.
First and last there, right?
Yeah. Well, Todd.
Terrence Ross has got 2 under his belt, apparently.
Yeah. Well, when we come back next week, we should have Jerry here, and Jerry's just going to have to listen to our picks.
All right. Do I get to pick the dunk contest first?
Well, the rule is we go back and forth. We pick 2 players from each contest. You can pick whoever you want from each contest. As long as you end up with 2 when it's all said and done. So I'll let you go first on. And
so
you
I just pick 2.
any. No, you pick one at it. We're going one at a time.
And if I pick them, you can't pick them.
Yes.
All right.
So you pick a player. And
I'll
then
go
I
Zach LaVine.
All right. So you're going Zach LaVine. And why are you going Zach LaVine?
Because he's gonna win. Like I don't think there's anybody else that can even compete with.
Neither do I. Like I'm not going to throw away a pick in that category. I'm going to go with Steph Curry in the 3-point contest. So I'm taking Steph Curry out of the 3 for obvious reasons.
I'll take his counterpart, Klay Thompson.
I figured you were going there. Let me go. I'm gonna go back-to-back winners.
Going back to back.
I don't know. I gotta lock down this 3-point thing. I'm going JJ Redick.
Okay. All right.
So my 3-pointers are closed.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. No need to do 3-pointers, so I'll go. I'll go with the defending champ, Patrick Beverley.
And that's where I was gonna go, but I didn't. I'm just not feeling. I'm feeling Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah,
I'm feeling Isaiah Thomas.
Okay.
You didn't want to throw away that.
No. I'll go C.J. McCollum.
I'm gonna go Draymond Green. I'm gonna go ahead and close that one up. So you got one more dunk contest guy, and you got one more 3-point guy. I've got to go 2 dunk guys.
Is it my pick?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll go Will Burton.
Damn it, man.
Just for the height factor. Yeah.
You did a cutoff move. I'm stuck with.
Well, you messed up by.
I did.
You didn't force me to go talk. You didn't force me to go dunk contest.
I know.
Or 3-point contest. I knew I could get it at the end because you were locked up.
It was strategy.
Yeah. Don't mess with Jews and their strategy.
No. I'm going Andre Drummond.
All right. So I got one last pick.
In the 3 category.
In the 3, and you went JJ. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll go with the hometown guy, Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry. Not a bet.
Kyle Lowry.
All right, Todd. I close it out with Aaron Gordon, who I have no clue what he looks like.
He's an Oreo. He's a light.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
now.
from Arizona. He can throw it down now, but he's just 6'9", so it's not sexy.
No. Well, I think we're going to be surprised. Hopefully, when we come back, hopefully we see something great.
Yeah, I would say
weekend.
I won all 3 of those. I'm not gonna lie. I feel pretty good about that.
All right, so let's go one more thought at it, or throw one more bone at it. All-Star MVP.
Oh, I like that. I'll go KD.
I'm going Kobe Bryant.
Ooh,
so you get one more.
Love it. Since I went West Coast or Western Conference, I'll go Eastern Conference. I'll go.
You're gonna have to go off memory, Todd.
I'll go DeMar DeRozan.
Going hometown. You know what? I'm going Kyle Lowry.
Yeah. Kyle Lowry.
I'm gonna let's see what the.
You gotta say it like Will Smith. Lowry.
Well, guys, thank you for listening to episode 39. We will be back next week, hopefully, with the whole crew. And thank you guys for watching on YouTube. As you can see,
it's a handsome crew.
Yeah, it is. It is, especially when we're
Jerry list.
down that ugly little fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
He brings the whole crew down.
He
for
does,
sure.
man. Like, takes our 9 and makes it a 3.
I know. It's all about the average.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, he actually lowers the average. So, guys, thank you for watching on YouTube. Thank you for listening on the podcast. And we will be back next week. And I hope you guys enjoy the All-Star game as much as we are going to.